Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got back from the theaters after seeing The Girl in the Spider's Web. This is a 2018 film directed by Fede Alvarez, and the plot is we pick up with Lisbeth Salander, who is this time played by Claire Foy. You see that she's going around almost like a vigilante, taking out men who are abusing women and their children, and she's saving these people in such a way that is actually kind of cool. In fact, I wish the movie was more about that, because then you see this other villain show up who is deeply connected to Lisbeth and her past, and so you see her try to deal with not only this person coming back in her life, but she has to stop them from doing something very heinous, messed up. Now, what I thought of this film was, if you couldn't tell by my lack of describing this plot, I didn't love this movie. It's just okay at best, but I thought it started off with some promise. I think that there are decent enough things throughout the movie that it may hold your attention, but otherwise there was many of things in the story, plot points that I thought were very cliched, very by the numbers, I've seen this 100 times. First, let's talk about Claire Foy as Lisbeth. Claire Foy is a great actress. This is the third movie I've seen her in just this year, and she's 3 for 3. She's done a great job in all of these movies, and this one's no different. The American version was played by Rooney Mara, and I know Noomi Rapace plays this character in the Swedish films. So I'm not going to compare and contrast all that much, but I will say that Claire Foy, you could tell this is a much more mature version of the character. You could tell that she's been through a lot, but she's capable, she's confident. There are scenes where she's computer hacking so many things so quick and so easily that it's almost jarring. Like, wow, she can do that fast and that easily. This is damn near James Bond level. In fact, a lot of this movie reminded me of James Bond as far as some of the shots, the scope, some of the action. There are action points where Elizabeth is kicking ass and beating up all these guys, which are fun to watch. And it was really, when the villain showed up, that's where I started to lose it a little bit. The villain this is in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. The villain is her sister. So you see a lot more backstory on Lisbeth and how their father was abusive and how she ran away on her own, and that should be more interesting. I should care more about this. Hell, I should care more about her sister showing up and having this huge connection to her, and maybe that throws her off, or maybe she knows her better than anyone, or maybe it brings them closer. Like, you would think there would be something more here, but I didn't connect to this villain. I didn't care about her. She just sort of seemed to be here to be here. She didn't do a whole lot. They have one decent enough emotional scene between the two of them at the end, but I wish more of the movie was filled with scenes like that. The actor, Xavier Gunajan, I probably butchered that name, but he plays the character Miguel, who was played by Daniel Craig in the first American movie. And man, they reduced this character so much. He doesn't really have much going on. Now, he just seems to be here just to be a guy that's always in danger, and Claire Foy has to save him over and over again. They try to touch on some of their past and some of the connection between them, but I don't feel it. Not with this actor anyways. And Lakeith Stanfield, who I'm sure people know by now, you've seen him in so much stuff. I like this actor, and I like that he was in the movie, but ultimately his character did just seem like somebody else to have something going on the side. You could have taken his character out of the movie, out of the plot, and it wouldn't have mattered a whole lot, although he's good in the film. This movie seemed to be more about the action. This movie seemed to be more about trying to take Lisbeth as a character, turn her into a Bond-esque or a vigilante superhero-y type character. And I guess that would be fine if I didn't just rewatch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and watch how serious and down-to-earth and gritty that film is, and how it's really more about the story. It's more about the mystery. It's more about the characters and the depths of them, where this new movie isn't so much about that. It's not. I know that The Spider's Web, the book, is the 4th book in the series, so it's kind of weird that we skipped 2 books. It does feel like there's a big chunk of story or a big chunk of time lapse missing, but I guess that's what they wanted to do. It did take Sony long enough to make this sequel. Ultimately, I would give it a Netflix and chill.
Oh yeah.
So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw The Girl in the Spider's Web, which I'm still trying to figure out why does it have that title. At least in this movie, all you see is a spider crawling around in like 2 or 3 scenes. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.